Hey, Kenny, you ready? Let's get this thing going. Check. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another I4MX podcast. I'm Moto Zach. This is Kenny Yoho.
What's up? What's
going on, guys? Welcome back. Today's been a busy day for both of us, and
just want to thank everybody.
Weekend.
Just want to thank everybody for coming out. As this last weekend, we were at Moto Bros Round 1, the I4MX series. It was a great day of racing. It was a emotional start.
Yeah,
as we had the memorial lap for Jesse Brown, and it was a good time. It was a good get together and a good start. So I'm pretty excited about the rest of the season.
Absolutely, me too. Look forward to seeing what's going on and who all returns back in the next month or so. But when March 24th, 25th rolls around,
things are going to mix up. You're going to be, everybody that was there round one is not going to be there the whole year. And you got people that are from Canada. There was a lot of out of towners, a lot of different people from different cultures racing. It was a lot of fun. So it's just the kickoff round. That's how it goes. And then as this series unfolds, you'll see who's running the whole thing, who's who, who's what. We're still looking at people. These first two rounds, we're really looking at the levels of riders, where they stand, and then if they need to be in the right classes. That's part of my job, is trying to get everybody in the right classes. Round 3, would be the latest. So we'll get everybody in the right classes, get everybody
where they need to be. And it's looking good though.
Want to announce we didn't have no injuries.
Amen.
That's a perfect race for me, as we were a little bit shy of 400. So we were 300 and something, 370 something. So we were doing pretty good with the riders. So that's what I call a perfect race. No injuries. We had a good crowd. Everybody had a good time. Big shout out to all the sponsors. FXR did a great job at halftime, as they did a raffle drawing, raise some money for Jesse Brown's family, as well as gave out a lot of swag. So cool.
A lot of it. Annie actually donated 2 extra sets of a whole set of gear.
That's awesome. Away for free. Shout out to Andy from FXR coming and hanging out all day with us. So
absolutely.
Big thanks to them. Also, all the other sponsors that showed up, as a lot of people were there, and big shout out to the vendors and everybody that helped make that happen, because it was
a new vendor, actually.
A lot of stuff going on.
Both new vendors. Both of those were new. There was no Salty Pigs.
No, Salty Pig wasn't there. So we had a couple. There was what was the vibe? Tropical Vibes. Yeah, no, that was good stuff. That was healthy stuff.
Yeah, they had some acai bowls. Man, that smacked good in the morning.
Never had them before, so
that was good. Supposedly it's super good for you.
Yeah.
Acai is like an actual berry, and it comes from out of the country.
All right. Well, I had one. It was really good. So
absolutely.
But I just wanted to get on here, let people know next week, our next race is not for a little bit, March 25th and 26th. So March 25th and 26th will be round 2. Where at? Mesa Park.
Mesa
is all confirmed. We released that this week with the new schedule. So Mesa Park is round 2. We're going to Mesa Park March 25th, 26th. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's in replacement of 74, because 74 is shut down. So that's why we're going to Mesa Park for round 2.
And, a lot of people ask, why are we going to Mesa? It's close to Daytona. A lot of people are racing Daytona Bike Week. They're going to be around. So I wanted to try to get a good track that's kind of close to Daytona. So that's where it ended up. We didn't announce it right away because we got to confirm the AMLISs. When you have a race, you got to book, and you got to make sure that you have everything in place before you can announce it. So anyways, we were waiting for that confirmation. We finally got the confirmation, I think Friday. So it's on Mesa Park, round 2. After Mesa, I think round 3 goes up to Spider. And we'll keep on working our way through this thing. Remember, if you're looking to race, you got to race 9 out of the 11 for the motorcycles. So got to race 9 out of 11. If something happens and you miss a race, or you got to go somewhere, just let us know. You can sign up. You get 20 points for the weekend, and then you don't have to miss a race. So as long as you're eligible for the awards at the end of this thing, if you've raced 9 out of the 11, you'll get an overall award. So just keep that in mind. If also, too, want to give a shout out to the riders, that are trying to qualify this weekend. We had some of the riders that were up there trying to make it an area.
Make it happen, banging boards up there at Gatorback.
Yes, so we would definitely want to wish them guys luck. Shout out to Ollie Johnson. He did a good job, went up there and took home the win. Awesome. Also, Jack Mabe. And so some of these guys went up there and actually raced on Friday, Saturday, and come back and race with us on Sunday. So it's kind of cool to see.
Awesome. Make that haul for I4MX family.
Yeah, no, it
cool.
Was, so definitely shout out to them. Hopefully you guys made it. And what else? Just want to shout out to the FXR and the giveaways. We raised over $4,000 for Jesse Brown's family, as we did over 2,000. And then Moto Bros, Jason Mara on top. He doubled whatever we could come up with. So I mean, and that's awesome. That feels good whenever you do something good.
Absolutely. So, it was amazing.
And I was talking to Jesse's mom and dad, and they're talking about making this a positive. And this is terrible what's happened, but they're gonna just try to make people aware of what happened to him, how it happened. So if this happens to somebody else, they can kind of maybe hear from them and the experience, and then know, because if they
could you try to share the story through what they're trying to push and motivational wise?
Well, they have a couple news, like it's been all over the news. And we're just trying to spread the word. And so when I talked to them, they were talking as far as good stuff, just trying to make this good. And it's a very tough time. And
it's sad. We lost a member of our family, but
so let's go racing. So let's talk a little bit about racing, as we had a lot of good races. As race one, we had the PWs, 12 entries in that class, on the PW class. As I brought my glasses.
Oh boy.
So yeah, Ollie Johnson, like I said, he went up and qualified for the area qualifier, came back and got in 1-1. Also, Jaylee Osalola, I believe she qualified as well. I believe. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. And then Styles taking away the third place overall. Paul going to be back in the Severini, going to be back in fourth. And then Jet Donaldson, rounding out the top 5 with a 6.5. So congratulations, all these PWs. They're 4 to 6 year old riders. Some of them, it's their first series, first race.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Big shout out to the PW class as we move into race number 2, plus 25, the women's class, the no jump, and the plus 60. So this is a kind of a mild class. They try to keep everybody safe, trying to mix the classes that'll work with each other. So this was race number 2, as Fortin taking the win in the plus 25 on the Husky, Darren Fortin. Also women's class, Samantha Palmer. It was good to have Sam back. And then Caden Peterson taking the win. I didn't even realize that Caden was there. And then the plus 60, Robert Noah is back there with Deani Bruner as Deani and Noah. 1-2, Fran back in third, Fran Corso, and then Fran Brown. So we had a couple of Frans in the plus 60 class. That was race number 2. Race number 3 is the juniors. So we had a junior and e-bike class. So the e-bike's brand new class to our series. So excited about that. Thinking about getting my son possibly one of these e-bikes, and maybe he can start racing before the end of the year here.
That'd be pretty cool.
So we'll see. We'll cross our fingers. Jaylee Osceola taking the win. Paul Serini taking second, and then Easton Esteban, excuse me, in back in the third place spot in the juniors. E-bikes, Easton Kendall taking the win. Talon Benz and Styles top 3. So as we go into race number 4, race number 4 was a pretty big one, as we ended up having to split this on the gate. As sometimes I stack the classes a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So once we got there and there was not enough gates, so we tried to figure it out. Okay, let's go ahead and split the classes. So first class was the 450 Advance, 8 riders, and then 450C, 15. So these guys went on the first race, and then we went ahead and ran the beginners separately. So Valentino Simblat. So Valentino 450C as Valentino been around for a little bit, so it's awesome to see him back up on top. Tristan in second, Charlotte, and then Colby Geddes back in third in the 450C. Advanced guys, Ramy Alvarez was back.
Oh yeah,
as him and Dustin,
Eric and Wyatt
Eric
Kerr.
Grondel. Yeah, so they were the top three. These guys are moving out front in that class. So moving. Beginner class. Help me out here.
Which one?
Finnemore. Yeah, Aaron Finnemore.
Finnemore
taking the win on 288. Christopher Cook, and then Andrew Woods, the top three in the 450 beginners. Some of these guys, yeah, brand new, big class.
57A seniors.
So we go into race number 5, 50cc, yeah, senior 7 to 8, and then 50cc senior beginners. So stat class in both of them, as Easton Ruffing taking the win in the senior class. Bentley Mara second, Sebastian rounding out the top three on the Cobra, as Samuel Lotz right there in fourth and Grayson fifth. Senior beginner, Keegan Rogers, Jaylee Osceola, and then Jax Freeman, top three in the 50cc beginner class. As we have a Samuel and a Kylie Rosca rounding out the top 5.
Wow.
Good to see the Barefoot crew back.
Vet Open. There we go. Vet Open, Vet Navi.
Vet Open,
Jake Staley getting that first place ride. Jeremy Conclaves getting second. And Tharsis.
Andrade. Andrade, yes. Is top
that
three
third
there.
place right
Good
there.
Good to see him again.
Absolutely.
4-3.
Vet Navi.
Yep. Vet Novice, Christopher Cook.
In that first place ride, you got Cody Bugan.
Looked like he had a couple quick races up in the schedule, so he was on another race there. So shout out to Christopher Cook. Andrew Woods, same thing. Finish out the top 3. So these guys had a couple classes early.
Oh, yeah.
As we go into race 7, junior girls and 85 open stars of tomorrow. As the junior girls, I realized once we started racing, that little 60 was out there. I'm like, oh shit,
Not good.
Don't want to see one of these fast 85s coming back in to lap her, and just anyways, I had to sweat this race. So by next round, I'll make this junior girls with a little bit easier class to make me not stress so hard. So
yeah, that'd probably be a little bit better,
So, Adriana Mosley taking the win though in that junior girls, and she was quad rider, switched over, doing good on the motorcycles now. Stars of tomorrow, Trent Lloyd is Lloyd Carmody and William Judd. These guys are moving out front. Grady O'Connor in the 4th place spot, as Vincent 5th. Jax Carriers. All these guys are fast riders. So we had very good, very fast 85 Stars of tomorrow class. So shout out to the Lloyds.
Oh yeah,
as Trent doing a good job. Plus 40, plus 55 was race number 8. Robert Noah in the plus 55. Edward Canigan and Carl Hine finishing out the top 3 in the plus 55. Plus 40, Fortin, Fred Fontaine, and Matthew Donaldson. Top 3 in the plus 40 class. Anything exciting about any of these classes you remember?
I definitely remember the 450 Advance, 85 Stars of tomorrow, and Extreme Open.
He's the announcer, so he gets to see this. And
the 85 riders, Trent Lloyd, and all them were definitely ripping. I mean, definitely the 450 Advance, the pros and stuff, the Extreme, they were really ripping. That's definitely.
For sure. And then Blake and the Super Mini guys, they were also a pretty good race to watch. So
absolutely.
Race number 9.
125 and 250 Advance and Extreme Open. You got Vincent Fortin, 28. In that first place ride.
This is one of our money classes, so not a big money class, but still these guys did good. I think it was like 400 to win, 250 for second. So they got paid pretty good, So that's not bad for riding a motorcycle for the day. So congratulations, Ramy, Wyatt Kerr, and Grondel, 1, 2, 3. As Vincent Fortin taking the advanced class, or the 125 250 advanced, Dalton Hine and Cole Hamilton.
65s.
We had a bunch of 65s. Love to see that as some of these, Pee-wee classes, 65 classes, when you see a bunch of them, that just lets you know that, the future of motocross is strong. So it's pretty cool to see. 65 beginner, 5 to 8, Ryder Palmer, 5 to 8 beginner, Samuel Lopes taking the win, Roxon, DiPolo.
That was a good battle.
And then Sebastian, top 3 there. Good little 5 to 8 beginner class. So yeah, that's a lot of fun to watch. 65, 9 to 11 beginner. Jacob Ferris, Ronnie Del Rosca, as Ronnie had to make his return as he coming off a broken humerus, out for 4 or 5 months.
Yep.
Straight back into the race. Crazy. And pulled a second. I think, he had the experience from last year. He was a beginner last year, so he's returning from that beginner class. So he did have a little bit of that experience. So that helped him out, as that'll let you know if he didn't break his arm, he wouldn't be in that beginner. He would probably be moved on up. So it was pretty dead. He was able to pull that 3-2. So he didn't win. He's got a lot of work still to do, but congratulations to Il. It's also Breck Burns in third, Brantley back in the third place, and then Applegate pulling in a top 5. Congratulations to Blake. 9 to 11 class, Carter Conley, Weston Matthey, and then Adam Regina. Top 3 in the 9 to 11.
Ripping it up. 65s are ripping actually this weekend. Like I said, he's right here in the 65 5-8 beginner and the 9-11 beginner, and 65 9-11 we're on top of it. Yes. That's for sure. Hey, we got a quick question though by Matt Pollins.
All right.
Any quad info that you gotta want to spread out here on the information video?
No, just we're gonna be kicking off the quad points round 2. So it's gonna be at Mesa Park. So just to let you know, Matt, if you haven't heard, Mesa Park, we posted it yesterday. Mesa Park will be hosting round 2, and that'll be the kickoff round for the quads. So
March 24th and 25th. Look forward
to it. Also, the buggies. The buggies are coming back.
Yes, that's what I like to hear.
So the freak show is going to be there.
The freak show.
Now, we're going to have a little bit of everything. So buggies, quads, motorcycles. Haven't heard of the 3-wheelers this year, but still, it's pretty cool. So
that's awesome.
We're going to have a range of entertainment there. So depending on what you like, it's going to be a lot of fun. Mesa Park. Make sure you get there early. Get you a good spot, as they got some really cool places to park and to get under. So, but you got to get there early and get it. Super mini class, race number 11.
Blake Mara.
As there was 16 entries. Blake Mara taking the win 1-1, as this was one of the ones I was talking about. Really good racing, as Tyler Kirby and Declan Carmody 1-2-3. Andrew Cabrera trying to get him off the super mini. I just keep telling him, come on. But he likes to run that thing too. So he was in 4th, and then Mosley in 5th. But did you see Cabrera on the big bike? He looks really good. So
he's on a Super Mini 125 and 250.
That's the thing, is sometimes
that's a big
you're
jump.
Just trying to move forward. You're trying to move up the ladder, and sometimes staying on them little bikes will be sometimes dangerous. So that's why I say just be careful. If you can do it, then that's cool. But a lot of people can't do it. So
yeah, absolutely.
And it's cool you can do it until it gets you. So that's why I say just be careful, man. Be careful. So
absolutely.
Race 12, 4-stroke open, plus 30, plus 45. So this year we don't got a plus 35, we got a plus 30. So that opens that whole 30-year-old range. So we trying something a little bit different. So Fortin took the win. Cole Hamilton and Reyes top 3 in the 4-stroke open. Darren Fortner, Anthony Caparelli, that was cool to see Cap back. And then Jake Staley top 3 in the plus 30 class. Plus 45, Paul Sparks.
Team green out front.
Yep. Ish second, and Robert Noah top 3 is plus 45. These guys are they're
Noah's
older than
third?
45. So they're
he went 4-1. Look at that. 4 and 1.
Noah had a bad first moto, 4-1.
Paul Sparks got beat by Robert Noah.
Maybe in the second.
I think
moto.
they're battling it down.
But Paul got the overall. So
I know, but they're battling it down.
I'm sure they were battling, but he was setting 2-2. Robert had a 4, so I'm sure Paul knew the second moto he didn't have to beat Robert to get the overall. So some guys are pretty smart. I think Eddie nicknamed them. I think he renamed their class.
What do they name it?
Stars of yesterday.
Stars of yesterday. Bang. Low drops. Yeah, I saw Paul almost got the start. Robert came around and Paul grabbed a handful of 450. Whop.
Well,
got right in front of Spark.
Yeah, they're switching it up. Them guys are on the Cowies. Is also Kemper back on the Cowie. So
yep, saw that.
Just a shout out to the Honda Contingency. If you have Hondas, make sure you sign up Honda Contingency. Also, if you come to the races, make sure you fill out the blue computer. All you gotta do is put your email in, and Rocky Mountain sends you $10 at each race. But you got to fill out each race, so you don't put it in once and then it's good for all year. So each time, fill that thing out and you get $10 Rocky Mountain money. Race 1385 beginner big wheel, brand new class this year, and 85 C class. So this big wheel class, I didn't know. I'm like, what should we do? We got 10. There was 10 big wheel beginners. So Bryce Williams taking the win, Francisco Perez second, Colton Matthey top 3, as Troy Dyer 4th, Lopez 5th, 85C class, Caden Schneider, Braden Benz, and Trenton Day. I watched that. And then Colton Pitts. These guys were battling out. They had a good race. Top 3 is, I seen, I believe, Braden win the first race. So that shaked out pretty good. That was fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
50cc open class, 14 entries, as this ran a little bit later in the day. Rough track, as these guys had to face it all. So Easton Ruffing taking the win, Bentley Mara, Sebastian, top 3. Ollie up on the bigger bikes, 4th. Grayson rounding out the top 5. Easton, Kendall, Logan, Mikey O'Donnell, they were all in there. Good class, 50cc open, race 14.
Here we go. Super Schoolboy, Super Mini, 125 and 250. Number first place, Fisher O'Connor. Let me tell you about Fisher O'Connor real quick on that 125. Far outside, every race pulled the whole shot. Far outside. Just when the inside rider was about to drop into that inside turn, O'Connor
fell right in.
I was impressed. Every moto that he rode, that was pretty good. Fisher O'Connor getting first place on the number 4 ride, 121 of Caden Felsteed getting second. Yep. And then Blake Mara getting 3rd, and Andrew Weimer getting 4th, and Tyler Patterson getting that top 5 ride. 1624 class college boy. We got first place Y Cure, Vincent Fortin in that second place ride, Tristan Charrett in that 3rd, Johnny Kirby 4th, and Nick Hartwicks.
Yep.
Getting that 5th place spot. All right, 65, 5-11, open, moving up. Here we are. Caden Schneider, again, getting another win. Ryder Robertson rolling on that 7-11 ride, getting that 2nd place.
Robinson.
Adam Regina getting 3rd.
Good ride there.
Weston Matthew getting 4th, and Corbin Maleko getting that 5th place ride. A lot of stacked riders in that one.
A lot of these guys, started with us on the 50s and has worked their way up, and it's just awesome to see a lot of these guys mix it up. You have Maleko coming off injuries and getting hurt, and him making his return, and then you got Robinson, one of the class champions, coming back. Really fun to watch. Weston Matthew also one of the champions, so fun to watch. 65 Open is going to be a good class this year for sure. 125 2-stroke and plus 50. That was race 17. Paul Sparks taking the win again, 1-1. Robert Noah, 2-2. And Dan Karen going to be 3-3. Alvin Moore. Alvin, big thanks to Alvin for doing our church service Sunday morning.
Absolutely.
As Matt's been it's been gone, but we'll look forward to see.
He'll be there next weekend. Next round,
look forward to see Matt back, as we miss Matt. So big thanks to Alvin for putting that service down, and he had some free food, a lot of stuff over there. So it's pretty cool to see. Also, Caden Falstead taking the win. O'Connor second, and Cabrera top 3 in the 125 2-stroke. This is one of my favorite classes. I like the 125 2-stroke class.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Fisher O'Connor ripping that thing up, boy.
Race 1885 beginner, 7-11. 85 advanced 7-11, 85 beginner 12 to 15, and 85 advanced 12 to 15.
Yep.
So yeah,
there you go.
all them classes on the track, 4 classes on the track at the same time, scored separately. No. Oh,
No,
that's
they were
right.
not.
That's right.
We did beginners.
Sorry.
We did beginners and advanced separate gates. Okay.
All right, that's right. That's right. We did have to split that. I do remember. So, anyways, the advanced guys, Lloyd taking the win, Grady O'Connor, and then 12 to 15, Tyler Kirby and Vincent top 2, and then William Judd's back.
Yep, on the number 700 ride, not 007.
Oh, is that what? Okay,
Yep.
I didn't catch
Supposedly his
that.
mom said that it was like a new look or something.
Okay, I didn't.
No more Wild Wills. What they were told to do is now it's William Judd 700.
Oh, it's not okay.
It's no more Wild Will.
He looked good. He looked,
absolutely.
He
looked
had
in control.
good
look
rides.
wild.
So, and I split that most. I didn't split that for the advanced riders. So I split that more for the beginners.
Yeah, you don't gotta explain that.
But it's the first round, and they were concerned with faster
how big
kids
the jump was.
Yeah. So I said, look, and like the faster kids don't really want to run with the slower guys because of the lap traffic. But I think that's part of learning.
That's
and
part of the
stuff.
racing, though.
So
look at the pros. The pros lap up the top 5.
But we did that for the beginners, So we made it safe. 85 7-11 beginners. Jaden Sparks coming away with the win. Also, Lewis taking the second place, and Bear York. I didn't know Bear York. That's a cool name. Finishing third. 85 beginners, 12 to 15, as Cody Johnson taking the win. Brian Yates, Ethan Sullivan taking the top 3 spots in that 12 to 15 beginner class. Some of these kids first race, so big shout out to these guys. And like I say, it's gonna be fun. This series, you're gonna be enduring a lot of stuff. You're gonna be learning different stuff. You're gonna be probably having to race some of these fast guy classes, even though you're scored separately, just depending on how many riders. Sometimes that happens. So last 2 classes a day, some of the biggest classes for us of the day, as 125 250 beginner, stack field, Levi Farrell taking the win, Deegan Johnson second, and then Xavier Gomez, the top 3, Raven Corbin, and Deverston Santos rounding out the top 5. So 125 250 beginners, same thing. We got to keep an eye on these and see who's who. And so we'll be watching this close, as there were some fast guys out there in this class. So definitely
can't take that away.
Not taking that away, but I just want to kind of see how this thing unfolds and who comes back, who doesn't. 125 250C. Watch
Another
that
one.
race. Is the last race of the day. It was what is it? The sunset win.
The sunset win
For
Andrew
Cabrera. Andrew Cabrera got the sunset win. Is like we were stressing with time.
How about Joseph Hansen getting the damn hole shot, second moto?
Well, Hansen had that, and I felt like he kind of paced it back, and he didn't go for that win. He kind of took the second. But yeah, they had a good ride.
Absolutely,
like I said, this class was awesome. 125 250C. Cabrera took the win. Leon second. Sam Blatt third. Juan Gonzalez fourth. And Hansen, he got second in the second moto, but 9th in first moto. That puts him back to 5th overall. Nick Ray on the 813. Going to be 10-4. So these guys,
Nick Rail,
not very consistent.
Got the whole shot in the first moto too.
So 10-4, 9-2, 7-2, 5-3, 1-5, 1-3. So Cabrera with the 1-3, most consistent. So he gets the overall win.
3-1.
3-1.
It's a big difference.
And the sunset win.
Sunset win.
So
that's what happened, everybody. If you're just now tuning in, sorry. Keep cutting you off.
That's what happened this weekend, with the races. Like I say, we want to thank everybody that came out, and we look forward to doing this all season long.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. The ones that are just now tuning in, we're going to go over this just real quick. We had Jesse Brown Memorial Lap this past weekend at Moto Bros, and we raised over $4,000 for Jesse's family. It's always hard to, lose anybody, let alone someone that's part of our motocross family, because we are one big family. Also, next race is going to be Mesa MX Park, March 24th and 25th.
25th, 26th. Sorry, that's wrong. 25th, 26th.
25th and 26th. Well, great. Look, because I got it part right here.
sorry.
So
So that weekend that you get it. So it's been changed to Mesa. That's the important thing is round 2 is at Mesa. It was in limbo because 74 was out.
Yep.
So that's all clear. We'll be posting stuff as it leads up. We got a little bit of time, but as it gets closer, we're going to be posting stuff up. We'll be giving you plenty of heads up. Next couple of weeks, you got Day in the Dirt. You got Daytona Bike Week. You're going to be going to
Daytona Bike Week. I'll be going this Saturday with you to or no, you're
well,
going with me.
we're going to Swamp Fest, and then we're going to go
to
Daytona Bike Week. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well, it's not Bike Week,
or Daytona,
Supercross.
And then after that's the Day in the Dirt. And then the week after that, we go back racing at Mesa Park. So that's what's going on. So.
Bangers after bangers after bangers.
All right, let's get some music.
All right, what's going on? See you guys at Mesa MX Park. It's always been a blast. We love having you guys a part of the family. If you're new, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Press on the little red button. Put your post notifications on so that way you can stay updated for when we go live next. And also, if you're not friends with Kenny, send a friend request. Even though he doesn't respond back to his friend request, go ahead and like our I4MX page as well. We go live on there as well. It sends you a notification. Stay tuned. We'll be back again next week, maybe
if not next, we'll be back before we get back
soon.
racing. Yeah, we'll be back soon.
And if you guys miss us, we'll come back sooner. So we'll talk to you guys then. If you have any questions, reach out to Kenny.
Any question, just feel free, hit us up. And
again,
big
Zach.
Thanks to all the sponsors for helping us out and making this happen. Man.
Absolutely. And big thanks to Motor Bros again for another wonderful weekend.
Look forward to it.
All right, this is Kenny and I'm Zach. We're signing out.
See you at Mesa
and Daytona. You.